Hello, welcome to R Basics. In this module, I'll be speaking to you about creating scatter plots in R. Now, scatter plots are created with the plot command in R. The basic syntax for creating a scatter plot in R is as you see it right here. We're going to take a minute and go through each of these arguments, and then we'll go into more detail on each of them. Now, X is a data object containing the values used in an X-axis. Y is a data object containing the values used in a Y-axis. XLab is the X-axis label. YLab is the Y-axis label. PCH specifies the plotting character. CEX specifies the character expansion factor. COL indicates the color for the plot. XLim specifies the X-axis length, and YLim specifies the Y-axis length. Next, we're going to go through an example. I'm going to pull in a file called yield, and it's going to be a data frame, and it contains fictitious data, but it'll serve to illustrate. So let's go ahead and import some data. It's going to be a CSV file. It's on my hard drive in the temp folder, and there it is. Now, as you can see, it has two columns, very simple. One's labeled fertilizer, and the second is labeled yield. I'm going to accept all the standard default import options, import it in. And then I'm going to check the class. And it is a data frame. So now, next, I want to say that the X and Y arguments need to be specified first. Then after that, all the other arguments can be specified in any order. So let's go ahead and just issue the basic plot command with just the X and Y arguments. You'll notice I use the $sign to extract the data from each column. And what you have is a basic plot. You'll notice that the X and Y axis label have a default value, which is what you had in your statement that you issued. We're going to improve on that by specifying the XLab and the YLab as I've done it here. So I use single quotes, and I indicate what I want as my labels. I'm going to do a copy, and then I'm going to paste it in. And there you have it, just as I specified. Next, we're going to go talk about the plotting characters. Now, PCH is what specifies the plotting character. Up to now, what you've observed is that we use a small circle for the plotting character. That's a default. We're going to change it. You can change it one of two ways. You can either specify a keyboard character by enclosing it in quotes, or you can specify the integer value, which maps to a symbol. The starting integer value is 0, and it goes. You have integer values up to 127. Excluding numbers 26 through 31. What I've illustrated down here is just the plotting symbol that corresponds to 0, 1, 2, and 3. You can play with this and try other symbols. We're going to just give you two examples. The first is we're going to make PCH equal to an asterisk. And so you can just see how this works. And it's now an asterisk. And then we're going to change PCH to be a value of 18, and that will create a diamond for us. All right. Now, what you've noticed is that the plotting symbol is it's a default size, and we can change its size by using the CEX argument. Now, CEX refers to character expansion factor. A CEX value of 2 makes the points twice as large as the default size, and correspondingly a CEX value of 0.5 makes points half of the default size. So let's go ahead and illustrate. We're going to start by making it CEX is equal to 2, and it made it twice as large. Now we're going to change the value of CEX to be 0.5, and you see it makes it half the size. Now let's go to the next slide. We can change the colors of the plotted points using the COL argument. Now, a number of colors are available. You can see all of them with the colors command. So let's go and show you. And as you can see, there are many of them. We have up to 657 of them. Now you can specify your color either through the number or through the name. So I'm going to give you an example of just using the red color over here on the right in single quotes. And we're just going to do another copy and paste. And you can see it's red. Now we're going to use a COL is equal to 550. And you see that we now have this color change. So the last thing I want to share with you is the changing the length of the X and Y axis. We can do that with the xlim and ylim argument. And the syntax for each of these is identical. We start with C for concatenate, left paren, and start is your starting point, which is oftentimes 0. End is the ending value. And let's just, in our illustration, let's go ahead and make xlim start at 0 and reach a limit of 800. And ylim starts at 0 also, and the upper limit is 100. So I'll just do a copy and paste here. And let me copy and paste the rest of it. And there you have it. The X and Y axis have now changed their length. So with this, we've actually finished this module. I want to thank you for watching R Basics. Please check the R Basics channel for other modules that may interest you. Thank you. Bye now.